Hello, my name is Salli Childers, and I'll be reading an original story called Brody's Adventure. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, lived a tiny little grasshopper. He was about 1 inch in size, to be exact. This was not an ordinary grasshopper. There was something very unique and special about this little grasshopper named Brody. Brody was not the same color as the other grasshoppers that lived in his land. Most of the other grasshoppers were green, brown, and gray. Brody, however, was a teal green with purple stripes, and he was beautiful. So beautiful, in fact, when he would go outside, many of the other insects would mistake him for a female grasshopper. There was also something else that was especially special about this grasshopper. When Brody turns 13, he'll receive a very special gift. Brody was next in line for the throne, ruler of the beautiful land. Brody, however, was not very happy about this gift he was going to receive. In fact, he was never happy. He did not want to be ruler of the insects, for he knew when this day happened, he would be laughed at and ridiculed by all the other insects of the land. He knew that it was getting close to his birthday. Brody decided to hop away from home. He packed up all of his belongings and began writing a note to his parents. Dear Mom and Dad, I do not want you to worry about me, but I do not think I am ready to take over the throne. I will be safe. I love you, Brody. He went and kissed his mom and dad goodbye and left. He hopped and hopped until he could not hop anymore. He decided he needed some rest before he could carry on. He was also very hungry. He did not think about bringing extra supplies with him, for when he was at home, he never had to hunt for his own food. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner was always provided by his mom and dad. He decided on sleep and would worry about food the next morning. Brody awoke to the sun beaming down on him and the sounds of birds swarming around him. He bounced up quickly, for he knew the birds must be hungry also. He was fixing to hop away when he turned, and standing next to him was a beautiful purple and green bird. Hello, Brody said slowly. Well, hello, said the bird cheerfully. My name is Percy. If you do not mind me asking, what are you? I'm a grasshopper, Brody replied. Well, I don't know about that. Are grasshoppers not supposed to be green? Asked Percy. Brody lowered his head and in a shy voice stated, I know, I'm weird. Now, do not say that about yourself. Do I look like your normal bird? Asked Percy. Well, no, you do not, but I've never really seen many birds. I'm a grasshopper, so we try to stay away from animals that like to make us their meals. Percy laughed hysterically. I guess we are two peas in a pod, Brody, my friend. I'm not your normal bird either. We are both very special. Brody finally got up the courage to ask Percy, So you're not planning on eating me? Of course not, exclaimed Percy. However, see all the other birds swarming around? They'll want to eat you, but I'm going to protect you and keep you safe. So where are you off to? Inquired Percy. Oh, I'm not really sure, but I just cannot go back home. I'm supposed to take over for the throne for my dad, and I just can't do it. I'll be made fun of, and I just can't do it. So I ran away from home, and I'm never going back. Percy explained to Brody the importance of family. Let me tell you a secret, Brody. Your family loves you and will be there for you no matter what. I did not want anybody to see me in the beginning because I didn't look like any of the other birds. My brothers and sisters made me realize that it does not matter what you look like. It only matters about how you feel about yourself. Brody sat there a minute and really thought about what Percy had to say. His mom and dad has always told him that it does not matter what other people thought, and it didn't make him any more or less of a grasshopper by being a different color. Brody sprung up and said, I'm going home. Thank you, Percy. You have made me realize I'm no different than any other grasshopper inside. Brody waved goodbye to his new friend and hopped back home. His parents were so excited when they saw him. Brody explained about his friend Percy and how he knows he is ready to take over the throne when he's 13. And he knows when that day finally arrives, he'll be ready to take over and start the next chapter of his life. The end.